Good evening, folks. This evening we'll be discussing the legacy of Thomas Jefferson. I'm Danny Gerald. This is my discussion board for week 6 of HIUS 512 American History. Thomas Jefferson has been understood in many ways, and his legacy has been appropriate for different ends. Some emphasizing his authorship of the Declaration of Independence and his work with religious freedom in Virginia. They see him as an apostle of freedom. Others, to note a different example, considered his complicated relationship with slavery and see him in a different light. My research presented this evening is primarily based on material from American Syndicate, Thomas Jefferson as an image icon, character, and self. This was published in the American Historical Review 103, number 1, from 1998. It was in pages 125 through 136 and authored by Jan Lewis, a history professor at Rutgers University, and Peter Onoff of Thomas Jefferson Memorial Foundation, professor at the University of Virginia. Now, this document in its entirety was found on the JSTOR proxy from the JFL library on the Liberty University website. Now, my conversation starts off from the far left from an Irish author named Conor Cruise O'Brien. He was a journalist and writer from Ireland, and he was the author of a book titled The Long Affair, which chronicles Jefferson in a negative light. O'Brien has no doubt that there's a cast of larger-than-life, God-like figures who were the founding heroes of our nation, and they provide successive generations of Americans with framework for historical self-understanding. Now, Mr. O'Brien believes that Thomas Jefferson belongs in this group. In fact, O'Brien insists his belief is based on objective grounds, contemptuously dismissing the pathetic efforts of liberal Jeffersons to refurbish their idol's image. Well, the short version, as the article states, of The Long Affair, while representing the United States in Paris in the years immediately preceding the French Revolution from 1785 to 1789, Jefferson contracted the revolutionary contagion. His ideological absolutism made him a rhetorical terrorist who would, in theory, drench the earth in blood in vain pursuit of the perfect and pure. But Jefferson's inveterate hostility to the Black Republic of Haiti, referring to Haiti, revealed a deeper, darker core of his racism. O'Brien thus concludes that there is no usable Jefferson who can serve our present needs. Instead, we're stuck with the one we have, a radical racist ideologue forever fixed in and condemned by history. And hold on to your seatbelts for this one. In O'Brien's eyes, historians must therefore knock Jefferson off his pedestal. Jefferson is certainly wrong about everything, and if we fail to banish him from American history as a hero, well, the country will certainly tragically go wrong as well. He even considers the following comment that if Jefferson is America, America is Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh. Really? Comparing Thomas Jefferson to Timothy McVeigh? How could anyone even remotely take this seriously? Jefferson was a human, just like you and I. He also lived in a time of historical context totally, unobjectively different than today. And first of all, why would any honorable historian even try to compare Jefferson's character or compass per se and try to plug that into the 21st century. We have grown leaps and bounds since Jefferson's days, and these types of conversations only add fuel to a fire that is already raging out of control, in my opinion. No, I say we stick to the facts, which are Thomas Jefferson was a leader in our country's struggle for liberty and freedom to choose our own future. He was the author of the Declaration of Independence. However, not by himself. It was with the help and with alterations made by other founding fathers. He was much more than that. In fact, Joseph Ellis is the author of American Sphinx. Ellis tackled Jefferson's life as an American icon and an magnetic figure who symbolized most cherished and most contested values in American culture in the 18th century. He digs deep into Jefferson, discovering elaborate psychological mechanisms for protecting and projecting the vision of a good society, and came deep from within Jefferson himself, eloquently expressing personal cravings for a world in which all behavior was voluntary and coercion unnecessary. So Jefferson did believe later on in life that all men are free and all men should be created equal. However, he knew at the time, and he said it, I mean, this is, 200 plus years ago, that he knew that because of slavery, that we were going to have a struggle in this country. In fact, Jefferson made a comment somewhere along the line that I remember that he said, that after this, meaning slavery, after this, there is no way that we will be able to live side by side. He didn't mean that in a negative way per se or as a racist comment. He meant that because of slavery, we as a collective group of citizens are going to find it difficult to live together in that community. That's what he was talking about. He foresaw that. Okay. But anyway, I'm running out of time. That's all I have for now. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to reading your discussion boards this week. Thanks.